Welcome back, Love Stylers. Happy New Year. It's 2023 and I have something great for you today. Today we're going to be talking about the carnivore diet in 2023, and I have two types to choose from. And basically it's the fun carnivore diet, which I'll explain, and the easy or simple carnivore diet. And you don't have to choose just one or the other. You can pivot back and forth from meal to meal or day to day. We are creatures of our environment. It cannot be helped. But we still have personal power and control over every single decision that we make. We can intentionally not just react to our environment, but decide that we want something better for ourselves from this day forward, starting today. We have the fun carnivore for the creative types who want to keep it interesting and get bored easy. And we also have the simple carnivore diet for those who don't want a lot of thought going into this. Too much focus on food is not good for some people, and they just want some parameters to keep them in line. We talk a lot on this channel about how I lost 55 pounds and 8 sizes. I also stayed away from alcohol for the last 5 years with the combination of the keto and carnivore diets. I've also healed most of my eczema. It's not all gone yet. I have some more healing to do. And I no longer have high blood pressure or have to take medicine for that anymore. So I'm proud of these things. So for myself, by doing a 90% hybrid version of the carnivore diet instead of 100% gives me a better diet-life balance. We've all heard of the work-life balance. Well, this is the diet-life balance that I'm promoting today. And it's very, very doable. And I know you can do this, guys. If I can do it, you can do it. I used to be an alcoholic, and I thought I just had one of those personalities, an addictive personality, and that I wouldn't be able to achieve the goals that I've achieved. But I was wrong. We can all pivot or change, make small changes little by little, and get that confidence we need to go for it. So why would somebody even do a carnivore diet? Well, let me look at my notes and tell you some of the benefits, because I don't want to miss anything. Higher sex drive, especially for us women who are a little bit older. And even for men, it can raise your testosterone and balance out your hormones. Less exercise that you will have to do. Who doesn't want to hear that? Greater mental focus. Cellulite reduction is so much faster by eating mostly meat, dairy, and eggs in my life. I can attest to this. I'm not going to show you my thighs yet, but it goes away faster than working out like a beast. You can fast for way longer when you eat fatty meats and fatty cheese and those eggs that have that delicious yolk that has a lot of fat in there, guys, and it's like a multivitamin in itself. Also, you'll keep your muscle for a lot longer. So you shed the fat and you keep the muscle that you've already built up. And I don't mean you're gonna be like this muscle-bound beast. As you can see, guys, I have a lot of fat still to lose in my arms and a lot of fat in the middle. And for us women, it might take a little bit longer, but we keep the muscle that we've already built up. And that's exciting. You won't be hungry. Skin, hair, nails, and better teeth, and even whiter teeth. Getting off of your medication. I'm 50 years old, guys, and I'm not on any medication. But in the past, I've been on several medications, and some of them were mostly for high blood pressure. And so now I don't have to take high blood pressure medicine anymore. So losing your meds and doing this naturally, how great is that? Greater mental focus, boosting your brain power just by eating better. Not a lot of people talk about this, like laser focused on the task at hand and being almost like so zenned out. Like I can meditate now, guys, for like 5 to 10 minutes, which is a big deal for me. This is great for artists like myself and other creative people. Cleaning up your organs and your liver. Cutting down on inflammation, which is like the #1 cause of any disease out there. Some people even cure diabetes and so many other things by going meat-based. Reverse aging. Like actually reversing the aging or stopping the aging process. Yes, believe it, guys. You can start today. This will surprise you. I actually have some relatives that say, Misty, you look younger now than you did like 10 years ago. So I'll take that any day. More stamina and energy in general. So many people are tired during the day because they've eaten like crap. But having more stamina and more energy as you're getting older is just insane and very, very doable. If you're anything like me, especially in the last 3 years, you might have had some ups and downs, especially with what the world is going through. There are so many reasons why we need a break from feeling those emotions that make us so upset. We tend to just react and grab that food that gives us that comfort level that we're looking for, almost like a warm hug. So why would someone even bother going on a carnivore diet? Because it seems a little more restrictive than other diets. Well, because we eat for emotional reasons, I feel, most of the time. We're not concerned so much with nutrition, most of us, first, but how we feel. And because we are affected by our environments so much as humans, this would be the first reason why. So I'm going to look at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. Here's some reasons why you might want to try a carnivore diet this year in 2023. And I'm going to tell you about the 2 types in a minute. Because in the last 3 years, you may have gained some weight. Pandemic, masks, quarantining. You're stuck in the house for several years or a long time and you're not used to it. There's not much to do if you don't keep yourself busy and you don't plan ahead. And you're eating because you're bored. Stress, politics, the weather, gas prices, money loss, job losses in the past 3 years especially. We've been through a lot. How about this? Holidays, vacations, seasons can even affect how we eat. Parties, which we're getting back into now, so we got to be very, very careful. And I know we just ended the holiday season. And so many other reasons why. First, I'm going to talk about simple carnivore. Simple carnivore is meat, dairy, and eggs. Now, you could go even stricter than that, but the basis of your plate will have meat on it. Now, that includes seafood. That includes chicken if you like, pork, any kind of meat that you prefer. Because you want things to be easy. You want a routine that'll keep you on track because your personality might require that. People who are single or living alone, this is great for people who don't have to cook for a family or people who are very strict or disciplined and that they do better this way. I feel like older people might like the easy or simple minimalist carnivore a little bit better. Some people do better when they don't have a lot of choices. Men might even enjoy this because I notice guys like to keep it in the box a little bit more than us women sometimes. Also, simple carnivore might be better for those who are super highly focused on their career or very, very busy all the time. You could also do simple carnivore with just meat and eggs. Another version is just meat. And remember, that includes fish or seafood. So don't forget about that because some people don't like a lot of heavy meat. And just the idea of carnivore kind of scares people, I think, because they think they have to eat ruminant meat like beef and lamb to get the benefits, but that is not true. Now, you want fattier cuts of meat if you have the choice because it's more nutrient dense and will keep you feeling full for longer. So that's a great tip. Chicken thighs are great. Chicken wings are great with all that collagen, especially us older women. We need all the collagen we can get from the source. And I don't mean adding it onto your skin because that doesn't seem to work, but nutritionally getting the collagen from the source of food that we're eating. A lot of people who do simple carnivore do coffee, tea, and water. Salt and pepper is a very easy way to go about how many seasonings do I want. Keeping hard-boiled eggs around is just smart when you're doing a simple version of the carnivore diet. Just eat more meat when you are feeling like you're hungrier than usual. You can add more meat. Eat until you're full. Simple carnivore for the minimalist may include no vitamins. You could do pork rinds for a snack. Bacon is just a helper. Butter is also a staple for a simple carnivore diet or any type of carnivore or keto diet. Also, the grass-fed butter, like the Kerrygold butter, is the cleanest. Pink salt. This is very, very important. And of course, staying hydrated as well. Getting in your 7 cups of water a day is also important. Now, a lot of carnivores like to drink coffee or tea, but I really don't recommend anything besides coffee, tea, and water. So knowing yourself will help out a lot. If you want to choose from meal to meal, week to week, or month to month, which way you will do better. You might be sometimes just in the mood to be strict. And that's what I find. I've been doing this 3 years, guys, on carnivore, and I absolutely love eating this way. There are some meals where I just want to eat meat, so I just eat more of it. And there are some days where I want to add something creative. So now I'm going to talk about the fun carnivore for the creative types, for the artistes, and for the people who get bored easily. Or maybe you're a really good cook, or you have a family and you want to keep it interesting so you don't fall off track. This is a great solution. I'm going to look at my notes. I don't want to forget anything. So this is like a hybrid version of like keto and carnivore mixed. Some people call it ketovore. Now, I do a 90% carnivore diet, 10% keto and other foods. That's how I like to explain it because that works for me. So one way you could do this is adding fruit. Let's say you're invited to a party. I'll bring an apple to a party because I want a little bit of sweet taste because there's going to be desserts there, full sugar treats, soda, stuff I would never touch with a 10-foot pole, especially alcohol. But to stay on track, you might bring some nuts. For example, as a matter of fact, I'm going to link at the end of this video some of the ideas that I've actually used, and they're great ideas. So check those videos out. Another great idea I've been trying lately when I want a little bit of sweet because it's been the holidays. People have been eating so many treats around me, and I've had to have said no about 100 times just this season. So one way that I can treat myself, and you can try this to keep it more fun, is pork rind cereal. So you can take a little bit of heavy cream mixed with water, take some plain pork rinds, put it in a bowl, and add cinnamon, cacao powder, maybe a little bit of honey, or a little bit of stevia to sweeten that up. And I'm telling you, you're going to love me for this tip. Pork rind cereal might be your answer to wanting that little bit of sweet after you eat. And it kind of seals your palate a little bit. Of course, on Fun Carnivore, I consume a good deal of cheese on some days because I love cheese. I don't think I would do this diet if I did not love cheese. And adding to the cheese category, I also mean cream cheese. And that's very fatty and filling and has barely any carbs to it, guys. So cream cheese can save your butts. And we can do string cheese, cheddar cheese. Some people do raw milk cheese, which is a little bit better for you. But different kinds of cheeses can be fun. Blue cheese, brie is interesting and very fatty. So look into the different kinds of cheeses you may not have tried before. Goat cheese, feta cheese can make meals a lot more interesting. I feel like it's very satiating and keeps me full for a long time. So some days I eat a little bit too much cheese, I must admit, and that will slow down your weight loss progress and your healing progress. So try not to overdo it with the cheese, and I'm talking to myself when I say this. Speaking of cheese, I also love an Alfredo sauce, chicken Alfredo. You can do meatballs Alfredo, because really Alfredo sauce is just cream. I even have added sour cream to that to make it just a little richer, and Parmesan cheese. And it just makes everything more decadent, more fun, and of course, delicious. Since we're on the creamy things, ice cream. I've made ice cream or gelato with the egg yolks in there. Ice cream with some stevia in there. I have done some mint, adding a little bit of mint, real mint, and blending that up with heavy cream and some egg yolks and a little bit of vanilla makes a delicious ice cream. You can add chocolate chips by adding a little piece of Baker's unsweetened chocolate and have a mint chocolate chip. And you can have ice cream when you do fun carnivore. Just keep it in the box. Don't eat the whole thing that you made. Try to keep it to 1 or 2 servings. I've even done peanut butter cups with the Baker's chocolate, the unsweetened chocolate. You can add some liquid stevia to that. Now, sunflower butter is much better. Butter. Also, if everybody's having McDonald's and you feel like, oh, I really want those fries, because like McDonald's fries are my very favorite thing on the planet to eat. But it has the bad hydrogenated, crappy canola oil, some of it's peanut oil, and you have to be very, very careful of these terrible oils. That's why when you do carnivore, you kind of learn to stay away from fast food mostly. But occasionally you might have to go to McDonald's or a fast food restaurant. And in that case, I would say just get the plain burger patties. If you want to make a McDonald's meal at home and you really want it to resemble the real deal, you can make a chaffle bun with one of those little mini dashes or a regular waffle maker with just egg and mozzarella cheese. Now, I have done this lately a few times. I drive right by McDonald's and I go home and make a chaffle bun bacon cheeseburger with, and this is a treat, sweet potato fries in the air fryer. So when I want that fix of a fast food treat, especially when everyone else has been having it around me lately, at work mostly, I'll go home and make that version for myself. You can even add the chocolate shake and make a shake at home. You just need some stevia, cacao powder, and some ice, water, and heavy cream in a blender. There's your chocolate shake. Also, to keep things fun while you're doing carnivore or a hybrid or fun version of carnivore, ketovore, whatever you want to call it, is making like an Italian sauce. Now, technically, tomatoes are not allowed on a carnivore diet, but I occasionally have a real Italian sauce, meat sauce. Do like a meatball parmesan with your homemade meatballs, which you have made with egg yolks, seasonings, and ground up pork rinds. Add some ricotta cheese and have some real sauce occasionally, homemade preferably. You could do a bagel dupe. So I make a chaffle and I put cream cheese on there and everything seasoning. And I'm telling you, I have not been eating bagels back in the past when I was eating bagels for the bagel. I was eating the bagel for what's on top of the bagel. You want the cream cheese, you want the everything seasoning, you want a little bit of crunch. It's perfect. And also there's tons of faux desserts. I've done a bunch of them. It's really a way to keep things fun while you're trying to stay on a carnivore or ketovore or hybrid diet and staying on track, because the next day you can always go strict and make up for it a little bit. There will be faster healing if you stay strict, but this is not black and white. This is a lifestyle. Cheesecake is always a winner. It fills you up. It's very decadent. You don't have to add sugar to it. You can put some strawberry sauce on top if you like to make it even better. And you can leave the crust off. There are also a lot of faux desserts out on the internet. Check them out. Don't get too obsessed, because you might actually start to get really hungry if you watch videos all the time like I used to. Beef jerky. So simple. Cut up some beef, put some salt on there. Let it sit overnight in the fridge and really retain that salt. And this will save your butt. It has saved my butt on more than one occasion. Having beef jerky available, take it with you in the car if you think you're going to get triggered by the fast food restaurants you might be passing by and all the delicious smells. You'll always have your beef jerky to save your butt. And please remember, string cheese is easy to grab. I would say always have string cheese for when you're walking out the door for those days. You know, I always feel funny about asking you to subscribe, but I'm going to try it in 2023 and get out of my comfort zone. Please subscribe if you like any of this content. Thank you for hitting like and sharing this with a friend who might benefit from it. If you start the carnivore diet this year, it will be the best thing you've ever done in your life. And I can't say enough good things about the carnivore diet. Also, please comment. I'm sure you have tips for me. I'm sure there's something that's worked for you, whether you're on keto, whether you're on carnivore, whether you're just starting your journey, or if you have any questions, I will answer you. Thank you for listening to Black Eyed Soul. We record right here in this room. Andrew and I are in a band together. And check us out. Tell us if you like us. You can do this. And leading by example and showing others that you're interested and concerned with your health and living a great life, enjoying every moment you can be such an inspiration to others. You're probably the leader of your peer group. And I can tell you that after 3 years of going mostly carnivore, my life has improved so greatly that I cannot express it enough and make you understand unless you try this yourself. If you have any questions, if you want to know what to eat, I will help you. Free coaching here, guys. Use me for my gifts and inspire others starting today, because you can do this. And I believe in you fully. Thank you for tuning in to Love Style today. I'm super pumped for 2023. I'm so pumped. And I hope you are too. And we can do this together. Stick with me to stay on track. And I will give you healthy reminders. Peace and out.